We're Phish fans, and this is Wake Up Tahoe.
Coming to you from the 12th floor of the Mont Bleu Resort Casino and Spa on the beautiful south shore of Lake Tahoe, this is Wake Up Tahoe with Dreu Murin. Wake Up Tahoe is filmed in front of a live studio audience.
Welcome. We have special guests today, the Phish fans who've come to South Lake Tahoe to watch Phish that played in the outdoor concert series here. And we have a special announcement. It is Matt's 100th show.
Thank you.
Is here in South Lake Tahoe. So congratulations to you on that.
It was quite an experience last night.
And then we also, this is Matt Simpson that's with me. We have Marcus and also Louis Weinstein over here. And these guys were kind enough to come and get up early after a second night of Phish, bring their coffee cups in and sit down with us to talk about Phish today. Guys, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you. Tell me a little bit about yourself, Marcus.
I'm from Chicago. I play guitar in a band called Digital Tape Machine. I've seen 60 Phish shows and going, and they're my favorite band to see live.
My name's Louis, and I'm from Chicago as well, but just moved to San Jose. This is my 35th Phish show. At the end of this weekend, it'll be 37. No, 38. Yeah. Yeah, that's me
And
so far.
2003 was for you as well, right? Was when you started watching?
Yeah, I started watching the band in 2003 in Chicago, and I just really loved the show that I went to and decided that I needed to see them more and more. Mm-hmm. I think I saw 10 shows that summer that culminated in driving to their festival in Maine.
Really cool. Oh, in Maine. Love Maine. So what is it that brought you into Phish specifically? Because I know there's a whole subculture that follows around and they do the tour, and I've had a lot of friends who they do the tour. In fact, I liked a boy once who was a Phish tour, guy, and so I had to buy Phish so that when I drove around I could play it for him. So I tried to woo him with Phish, but it didn't work out.
Tried your best.
It can't be tamed sometimes.
You screwed up, man.
I did. I threw in. I did get this particular. I don't know if you guys are familiar. This is 1998.
Halloween 98.
Yeah, Halloween 98. Is that a good one?
That's a great one.
It's a good one. So this is my own Phish that I've had, and I thought back to it today as I put it in the car as I was on my way here, and I said, "Oh my goodness, that was 2004 when I bought that." Mm-hmm. It is like 9 years later. Yeah. And we're still listening to Phish. We're still following Phish. There was a little hiatus there. What did you do when they went on break?
I play guitar myself. No, I saw some other bands, and just kind of was working on my own musical career, but still listened to Phish a ton, and kind of without them, it opened up some other avenues to check out other bands like Umphrees McGee. But kind of spent most of my time still hoping they would come back, which they did, which was really cool.
But that's the thing about Phish in the first place, is that by listening to Phish, I was exposed to 18,000 other genres of music that I never would have had exposure to, just by virtue of what the band, encouraged me to listen to, or what they chose to cover.
That album's a great example. They cover the Velvet Underground's Loaded in its entirety. So, there's just so many musical influences that go into Phish. They're guys who love music, and I think that really connects with the fans. Mm-hmm. We can all get behind a band like the Rolling Stones or Velvet Underground, and there's just this classic rock feel about Phish's influences that it's kind of timeless.
Mm-hmm. Lots of tie-dye at Phish festivals, I've noticed. Lots of happy people twirling in circles and enjoying themselves. There was, I think, 9,000 people is what I heard a number of at this event. Did it feel like there was that many people there?
No.
So maybe the number's wrong.
No.
It felt like less. It felt like a really intimate show here to me. 9,000 is really not that many people for a Phish show, and I like that actually because you don't get to see that very often.
Yeah, it's great when they come out to the West Coast because some of the venues are more intimate and the crowds are smaller.
Now, they're from the East Coast originally, so do you feel like bringing that East Coast over here, you get a lot of that? Because you're from the Midwest, so we're kind of neutral. We put up our gang symbols for the Midwest, I think it is how we do it. And then there's East Coast, no coast, all that. And I'm not gangster, but but do you feel like when they come out and play the West Coast that they do anything different than they would on the East?
I think the crowd's a little different on the West Coast. It's a little more laid back. The crowd pays more attention to what's going on, and there's less talking. People are there for the experience and being focused in on the music.
What's your favorite Phish song? Do you have one, or are they all?
I like a lot of Phish songs, but I like It's Ice, which they played last night. It's one of my favorite songs. I also really like a lot of stuff off Gamehenge, of course. Tila is a great song. They played that last night also. But I like particularly all the long, funky jams. It's, all the songs I like, actually, but what they do at the jams in them is really what makes me kind of come to the Phish shows. Yeah. So it's really... For me, it's not about the set lists per show. It's about what they do with the songs.
It's execution. It's execution over what you can see printed on paper.
Yeah, we were actually talking about this last night after the show, and it doesn't matter what the set list is, at least for us. Some people are song chasers where they haven't seen this song or that song and they're trying to get it, really care about that. But I think for us, it's really about just what happens, where they take a song on any given night, just being in the moment with it.
One of the quotes I was looking at the YouTube for Phish, and I was reading a few things and I caught on to one of the gentlemen from the group, and forgive me, I don't know all their names, but I can say that he said that each night he goes out and plays, he looks out into the crowd, and it might be someone far, far away that's maybe talking to their buddy, and he says, I'm playing for that person right now. And so he plays to that person, so every time he plays is completely different, and loves the way to watch and feel the crowd, but loves to smell the crowd.
Loves to smell the crowd.
That was a quote. Loves to smell the crowd. So I'm just wondering, I wonder what it smells like up there. Like, does it have like a musky scent? I'd like to ask that question. Like, what does the crowd smell like?
Funk is just a smell. So.
The funk. If it smells like
That's
funk.
what George Clinton says. Funk is just a smell. So.
Yep.
Just a smell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's good. That's a good quote.
Well, my favorite memorable Phish is the Wolfman's brother. And I kind of was wondering about this, and I kind of asked you guys, like, what is a Wolfman, and why are they singing about his brother? Because, it's a great song, and when it starts to play, I'm like, oh, that's Wolfman's brother. But what is it?
I think Trey has said at one point that the Wolfman's brother is actually Fishman.
It's Fishman,
the drummer. Yeah. So it's a song about just their interactions way back when. So, a lot of the songs about that the band writes refer to each other in certain spots. Lawn Boy got played last night, where that's a Page song, so Page comes out and sings it. There's so many subtleties to the Phish catalog, and once you get in on those references, it becomes a little more special.
Yeah. It's like, if you ever watch Arrested Development,
yes,
where like the more you
that.
watch it and you catch the in jokes, the funnier it becomes.
Yep.
Even though you're replaying some jokes that you may have seen the punchline to.
Yeah.
That each review of something that you'd seen maybe prior is different and special because you're more in on the joke.
Yeah.
Same with why you collect shows.
So you feel like it's just for you, and that's why you collect that show.
Because you can start to differentiate between this one and that one, and why this one was just for you, especially if you were there and you felt the mood of everyone around you and the mood the band was in.
It seems like Phish is really special to a lot of different people. When they go, they get very passionate about Phish, and I watched people cry when they went away for a little bit. They had breakdowns. They didn't know what to do, and someone said maybe string cheese, and they all went, no, like cringed, and I said, what's going on? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah, and there's really nowhere to go to get that experience. When Phish called it quits in 2004, there wasn't a band to replace them, and I think what we've learned over the last 9 years is that there never will be a band to replace them.
Every band is unique, and everybody likes certain styles of music for their own personal reasons, and you get a whole hodgepodge of different styles of different personalities that go and see Phish. took my bike around the very first night, and I was riding around, and the different types and ages of people. But then I also saw there was a lot older than younger, and I said, well, when I was younger, the Phish fans were younger too. And then I started again to feel a little bit old.
Yeah.
So where do you see? Are you going to continue going with Phish until they stop? Like play it out till the music stops?
Yeah, I think they're sounding great and getting better than they have been in a long, long time, like at the top of their game.
If anybody has suggestions for something that's better than what Phish has been doing and continues to do, I'm all ears. But until that time,
They're at a really great point in their career right now.
They have a monopoly.
Well, last night they played a 37-minute version of Tweezer, which to some people may sound crazy and overboard, but it was the first time in about 10 years that the band has opened up like that, and just what we call it was flowing. And you can't really describe that. It's just being in the moment and the band being in the moment. And last night the jam had this call and response section with the fans where we were all wooing. And you just can't predict that. You don't know it's coming. It's just the experience and what makes every night its own adventure.
So, do you think that this actual show is going to go up on the YouTube channel? Do they do that for every show? Something, a little highlight, and so that will be on there?
Yeah, hopefully the Tweezer, in its full 37 minutes of glory is the YouTube choice.
Did you have like the stopwatch out, like, and Tweezer, go?
we checked the website afterwards. So I mean, if you want statistical like information on it, it's the 8th longest consecutive unbroken jam or song Phish has ever played.
What's that website?
Livefish.com. If you went there, it'll break out all the times, but you can also go to fish.net and just do, like, if you're into the Phish statistics, comparative.
So you suggest that maybe I go to a Phish show actually for once?
I mean, yeah, it's worth your time.
It was right here in town and I didn't even do it.
Well, but you have a great excuse because they're playing in San Francisco for the next 3 nights.
Yeah.
So
that's true. You know what? I think, well, are they going to be there on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
We're going to San Francisco.
All right, great. Sounds great. Good.
Guys, thanks for coming in and talking with me. You're welcome to come on anytime, and I really appreciate it. Good luck with your music and Umphrees.
Yeah.
I mean, I miss Umphrees. They came through recently here in this area.
Yeah, they're a great band. Digital Tape Machine's my band, and we're all happy to be.
So it's the same members? Is that what you were saying?
It's actually the drummer Chris Myers and the keyboard player Joel Cummins from Umphrees in the band we play together and called Digital Tape Machine.
I mean, showing my age, Umphrees was coming to Kalamazoo, Michigan in 1998 and stuff, and then we went to Bonnaroo the second year, and I think they were there the second year.
I saw Umphrees at Bonnaroo.
Yeah, we were.
Last in 2010 or 11?
No, I was there like the
They
second
played Bonnaroo
year.
a lot of times.
Yeah,
they played a lot.
They played from 2 a.m. to sunrise.
We like music and we like being up there. So we can tell by the coffee and the sunglasses that Phish was a good time.
And we've had a great time in Tahoe.
Yeah, Tahoe's been a fantastic city. I've never been here to spend any time.
Back.
Well, there's one time we got stuck with no snow chains at Donner's Pass.
They didn't let you through.
Well, we almost fucking got stuck. Had nothing to do with Let at that point.
Yeah, you don't want to go through with no snow chains and front wheel drive and all that type. You want to have
3 days
4-wheel
before
drive here in
Christmas.
Tahoe.
Yeah.
So
this is a much better experience. That was great.
Well, you come back in the summertime for more music, and digital. You should come and play here though with the digital tape machine, because we are always booking like little bands and stuff and big bands and all types of music.
We would love to play here. It's amazing.
Yeah, just contact us and we'll get you hooked up.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, Phish fans unite! I got them. They're here.
Thanks, guys.
100th show. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, gentlemen.